Guys, welcome back to Soulbrick Studios, and man, do we have an exciting episode of our base today. This is the end. This is the last week of doing this base. I cannot believe this. It's taken us 5 weeks to design this mod, create it, build it, and this is the end, really. This is it. In week 1, we laid out base plates, built the first version of the mountain. In week 2, we built the big part of the base. In week 3, we built the roof as well as the second story. In week 4, we plated the mountain and base plates it's on, did the interior to here, and built the vehicles. And now in week 5, which is this, we are minifiguring battle part pieces of droids and stuff across, and we're going to interiorize that top building. Let's begin. Okay, so I removed the top. It comes off in roughly 3 pieces, and there they are right there. And then here is the top thing. You can see there is smiley faces, bricks in there, because we ran out of bricks, but we needed to make it still. And what we're going to do, you can see it's 6 steads tall. It's very small. It's a very small building compared to the large thing it's sitting on top of. We're gonna put a bunch of just different stuff in here. That's gonna be like maybe some like control panels over here, maybe like a hologram table over here, maybe a little like conference room table. I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna get to building. That took roughly 5 minutes to complete, but that is done. There's like the hologram table, which I want to put a little minifig statue on, so it looks like someone's talking to someone. Control panels over there. I like talking room thing here. That's this building, I guess. I showed the bottom part in it, but I will show it at the end again. I'm going to put some figures in here, close it up, put figures in the bottom. That will be done, and then put figures out on here. That will be done. I'm going to get one part to put on top of here, so it looks like someone's talking to someone. And then we're going to go into a time-lapse, because I've not done that yet, but I've been meaning to, so that's what I'm going to do. That's going to be the upper part, just 2 figures. As you can see, this guy's talking to it like a trophy back in there if my camera wants to focus. And he's standing there, and then no one's going to be at the table, and someone's working over there, control panel. Okay, time-lapse time of putting all the figures in. There's 1 figure left. Oh, P.S. Hope you enjoyed that timeline, but there's 1 figure left. If any of you watched my first time I ever built a Star Wars mock, not this mock at all, there was the commander. The commander's name was Captain Nub. Now, that base was built about 1.5 years ago, so I was roughly, 10 and a half, 11 probably. And it was such a bad base. Don't ever watch it. The base was like the size of the top thing on this base. There was like barely any good figures. There was no droids. It was just a bunch of random figures. I gave 2 lightsabers, gave some guns. But Captain Nub from that base, he's returning to help fight the war here. As you can see, he's taking a top post, and that's the base. Let me give you a tour of it now. This base has taken me 5 weeks to build, as you know if you watched the videos. I urge you to go back and look at week 1, and then come back and look at this week 5, and look how much has changed. When week 1, at the very beginning, there was pretty much nothing here except an outline of that in the first version of the mountain at the end in the river. And that was pretty much it, and a very poor design of the waterfall, which is over there. Now, after everything is done, we have this. Up in here, we have the gunship with Mace Windu coming in. On here, we have a bunch of different droids swarming this area from the mountain and hilltop. This droid's trying to shoot down on the gunship so it doesn't bring reinforcements and all that sort of stuff. We have beautiful plates. If you watched last week, these plates were actually blue before you put all these plates on it, so that looks nice now. We have a bunch of droid parts scattered all across the base. Coming down here into the more flat lands, we have this beautiful river. that I've built. We also have all this foliage over all of the base. We have a beautiful river. We have Maul and Fisto engaging in a duel right there. We have a snow trooper coming up. We have another cannon for the good guys over there. We have some assassin droids over there. We have Luminara and Dooley coming in on like this rope thing over to the tree, which needs to be pushed down a little bit more. But it just doesn't really like being down. And over here, we have the waterfall coming in with water splashing high and stuff up that tree. There's Luminara and Dooley climbing over her rope. And we have some droid parts coming down through there, the river. We have this tank pulling out from the main base. We have a trooper coming up out of the base on the ladder, as you can see right there. We have 3 troopers on the top of the base fighting from up above, including Captain Nub Nub. We have the main war part of the base up here with some figures inside it. As you notice, I knocked down the satellite a couple times, but it's just a satellite to help with stuff. Inside the lower part of the base, the entire wall hinges open to reveal all this area. Right there is a troop transport. There's a trooper going over to it. There's the back of that tank we saw driving out earlier. Over there, is the food court, or the chef's area. Some tables, and then 2 bunk beds right there. You can just see the first one, and there's a trooper in it. And the way this is built up is there is colorful plates underneath this, as well as a big post. So colorful plates go up on top and attach to this black plate that's there, and then the entire door will just close for us, and it just goes right up in there. And that is our base right there. Now, instead of making all your friends watch these like 50 minutes of weekly episodes that I've done, I'm just going to make a 2-minute montage of everything here. And I'll put that up on the channel later. But that's going to do it for this, weekly segment. Probably in 3 or 4 weeks after this, maybe 2 weeks after this, I might put an update to this battle. Let's call this the Battle of the Paradise, because this is kind of like a paradise world. So we're calling this the Battle of the Paradise. And it's a hidden good guy base that's now been overrun by the Separatist down there. So it's a Jedi base being overrun by the Separatist Republic base, I think. And maybe later we'll touch up on the Battle of the Paradise and remake it a little bit, make it look a little newer, change up the figures a little bit, maybe put some new figures in. If I do get different figures, we might try putting in the Republic fighter tank. Is that what it's called? I think that's the one with Aayla Secura. It's the Republic fighter tank. Yep, and we might put that in here. But it just looked too large when I tried it like last week or a couple weeks ago. It just looked a little bit large and out of place. And I think it would look really large and out of place with all these figures now. There's just not a good area to put it. It's a big ship. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Ciao.